Hi guys, welcome to Geek for Geeks practice. In this video, we will talk about the problem of the day for Saturday, which is queue using stack. Okay, so in this question, what we are given a queue, and we have to implement the queue using two stacks. Okay, so we are given two stacks. Stacks are given, so they are given as S1 and S2, as written in the question, and we have to form a queue using this stack. These stacks. Okay, so first we will talk about what is a queue and what is a stack, right? First we will talk about queue. Okay, so queue is a data structure which has two ends, or which has two sides or two openings. Okay, so one is called start. So if I say when I insert an element, it inserts from the back. Okay, so it has a rear end and it has a front end. Okay, and if I pop an element or remove an element, okay, so remove from the front. Okay, so it inserts to the rear and removes from the front. Okay, so this is basically a queue. For example, if I insert an X, okay, so then it will be come to the rear end and find the empty space present, so X will come over here. If I insert a Y here, there, again it will see an empty space and put a Y over there. Okay, now we have to remove. What if we want to remove some element from the queue? Okay, so if I remove an element from the queue, it will follow the FIFO principle, right? First in, first out. This means X was pushed in first, it should be the first to come out. Okay, so from the front, I will take the element. Okay, so X will come out and my queue will become Y only. Okay, so this is the front end and this is the back rear end. Okay, and it follows FIFO principle. The first to come in is the first to push out. Okay, so I think this is clear what is the stack. So now we will talk about this was all about queue. So now we will talk about the stack. Okay, so let us talk about the stack also. So what is a stack? A stack has only one end. Okay, it is unlike queue. It has only one end from where we push and from where we remove. Okay, so the insertion operation is called push operation, and the removal operation is called the pop operation. Okay, so when I push a stack, for example, if I want to insert X in the stack, it will be inserted like this and find the free space, so X will be put here. Now when I put Y, since there is no rear end or other end, okay, so Y will be pushed like this again. Okay, so Y will be coming over here. Okay, now if I want to insert an if I want to remove some element, okay, if I want to remove some element or I want some pop operation to do. Okay, so since it has only a one end, so it will be taking out from the top of the element, top of the stack. Okay, so it will be removal from the top of the stack. So for removal from top of the stack, Y will be removed and my stack will become like this, which will only contain X at the top. Okay, so in queue, when I remove the element, Y was left, and in stack, X is left. Okay, so what we are given in the question, we are given two stacks, S1 and S2, and we using these two stacks, we have to form a queue. Okay, so I think from these two, you can get a lot of ideas to how to implement it. So since we are given two stacks, so we can use any of the methods. Okay, so okay, let us try to implement. So we have, for example, with the queue, okay, it has some elements. This is a queue. It has some elements X, Y, Z, K. Okay, now I want to insert an element. Insert an element, let's say A. I want to insert A in this. Okay, so when I insert this, A will be pushed to the end. okay, it will be pushed to the end. But if I push it into the stack, okay, if I have x, y, oh sorry, this will be reversed, right. So for example, if I have k, y, z, okay, now if I push it, it will be at the top. Oh sorry, it should be z, y, x, and if I push an element, it will be at the top. So a will come over here at the top of the stack, right? So but what I want a to be end of the stack, not at the top. Okay, so what I will do, since I have the other stack also, so what I will do with that stack, when such thing is forming, then I will empty all this stack and push all the elements into this one by one. Okay, so before adding this, what I will be doing, pushing all these value over here. Okay, so x will be pushed over here, now y will be pushed, now z will be pushed, and then k will be pushed. Okay, now I will push a in this, so a is again at top. What is the point of doing it? Okay, now since this was my s1, now this is my s2, now it will become empty. If I pop all these elements, it will become empty. So my s1 will become empty, nothing is present in s1. Okay, so this is my s1. Now I will push all of these elements in of s2 to s1 and pop all of these elements of s1, oh this s2, so that s2 becomes empty. Okay, so now I will put a, now a is at the end. Okay, I wanted a at the end, so what I did, I pushed all the elements of s1 to s2 and then pushed a in s2, and then when s1 became empty, then I push all the elements of s2 to this s1. Okay, so now a is pushed, now I have k, now I have z, now I have y and x. Okay, so now if I pop an element, x will be popped up, right? So I have got my stack as this: a, k, z, y and x. So I think this is clear. Okay, so a has got to the end. So now if I pop some elements from this was s1, so this is again s1, this is s2, now my s2 will become empty. Okay, so what I am saying, that at least one of them has to get empty. Okay, so let me tell you again what I am doing. Okay, so let's say I have a 2, 3, 4 and 5 I have to push. Okay, what I am doing, in the queue, if I push, it will come over here. Okay, so it is coming to the end, but if I push in the stack, it will coming in the front, in the top, right? If I push a 2, it will come over here, push a 3, so it is coming at the top. So if I pop it up, it will be popped from here, but if I pop in a queue, it will be popped from the front, right? So what I want popping from the here, from the last. Okay, so what I am doing is, when I inserted a 2, this is s1, this is my s1, and I also have a s2. Okay, so I also have a s2 and I have a s1. So if s1 is empty, or what I will be doing, I will push all the elements of s1 to s2. Okay, so first step is pushing all the elements of s1 to s2 and simultaneously popping from s1. Okay, so if I have some elements, so since it is empty, so I will push all the elements present in this s1 to s2. So it is all empty, so it is also empty. Okay, so now s1 s2 is also empty. Now after that, the element I want to insert is 2, right? The element I want to insert is 2. So now I will push 2 over here. Okay, so when this step is done, what I am doing, push x in S2. Okay, so I am pushing S in S2. So now what I am doing, I am what again I am doing push back in S1 and pop in S2. So I think this is clear. We are pushing back in S1, so 2 will be here and it will be removed from here. Okay, so my S2 is empty and my S1 contain 2. Okay, so now if I want to pop the element, okay, from the cube 2 is present, and from S1 2 is present, so it will be popped out first. Okay, it will be removed first, and from here it is also being removed first. Okay, so what is the point? Since we had one element, so it is not cleared our approach. Okay, it is not clearing our approach, so we will have to use some other approach, not other approach, but use some other example, right? So let us, we have inserted 2 over here. We have inserted 2 in the stack, okay, or and in the queue. So my stack S1 is looking like this, containing 2, and my S2 is empty. My S2 is empty. Okay, so now I want to insert the element 3. Okay, now I want to insert the element 3, so it will be pushed to the end, but if I push it here, it will be pushed to the front. Okay, so what I did, I will be pushing as the step suggests, return over here, push all the elements of S1 to S2. Okay, so now I will push all the elements of S1 to S2. Okay, so now push, so 2 will be here and it will be empty. Okay, so it will be empty, so 2 is here. After that, push x to S2, so I will be pushing x to S2. Okay, so 3 is pushed, so now it is again at top. What is the point, right? We want it in the end. Okay, so it is again at top. So for such thing, but we can see that now it has reversed. Okay, so if I remove first, 3 will be removed, then 2 will be removed. Okay, but here first 2 is removed and then 3 is removed, so it is getting reversed. Okay, so now for that I will be pushing all the elements to S1 and simultaneously popping from S2. Okay, so now if I push it, it will be like this. It will become empty, and my S1 will become like this. First 3 will be pushed and then 2 will be pushed. Okay, now if I pop it, if I want to pop the element or NQ or DQ, I am talking about removing the element from this queue. So first 2 will be removed from the queue, and here also if I pop it, 2 will be removed, right? Okay, so our approach is going in the right direction. So now I will insert 4. Okay, so we have a S1 containing 3 and 2, and we have a S2 which is empty. Okay, and we have the queue 2, 3. Now I want to insert 4. If I insert 4, it will be pushed at the end, right? It will be inserted at the end or the rear end we have in the queue, right? But if I push it in the stack, it will be coming at the top. So what I will be doing, push all elements of S1 to S2. Okay, so first 2 will come over here and 3 will come over here, and then push the element X to S2. Okay, so now my array is reversed. Okay, so this is reversed, right? When this is reversed, what we can do is now push all the elements back to S1. So my S1 now after that will become empty. So now if I push it, it will become 2, 3, 4, 3 and 2, right? So my top has become 2 now. So if I pop, first 2 will be removed, then 3 will be removed, then 4 will be removed. Okay, so what I am doing is push from S1 to S2. Okay, then push X to S2, and after that when S1 became empty, push S2 to S1. Okay, then my S2 will become empty, and after that what will happen? My queue will be ready, queue ready, and the queue will be present in S1. So now if I want to pop up, I will pop directly from if I want to remove the element, I will pop from S1. Okay, so let me now implement the code. Okay, so let me change my screen now. So I think my screen is visible to you. Okay, so we want enqueue. First we want an enqueue, right? Okay, or inserting the element in the queue. So what we have two stacks, input and input and output. So I am calling input as S1 or S2 and my output as S1. Okay, so in DQ first, before enqueue, what we were doing in DQ, we were removing from S2, right? So S2 is my output dot pop I will be doing, but I have to print the values also, right? I have to print the values also while popping. So int x is equal to output dot top, and then I will be popping, and when I pop I will be doing return x. Okay, so DQ is done. Now I have to do the enqueue. Okay, so first step was push in S2. Okay, so I have to push in S2. So not output dot empty. Okay, then push all the elements of output to this input. Okay, so I have S1 till S1 become empty. Okay, so in which I have to push, I am pushing in input dot push output dot top. Okay, and popping from output. After that, step 2, push x in S2. Okay, so now I will be pushing x in S2. Input dot push x. Okay, now step 3 comes, push back in S1. Okay, so I will have the exact opposite of this, right? So input dot empty, output dot push input dot top, right? Then input dot pop. Okay, so now my output will be Q for removing, or DQ. Okay, so then I did DQ over here. So now I am ready. So now let us dry run this. Okay, this example I am going to dry run. So I have to push enqueue. Okay, so I will keep the S1 and S2. Okay, so I have to enqueue. What I am doing in enqueue, if S2 is empty, okay, after that come to step 2. So S2 is empty, so I will not come over here. Step 1 is completed, so now I will come to step 2, push x in S2. So okay, so I am pushing s in S2. So 2 is pushed in S2. I am doing enqueue, right? Okay, so now after that push back in S1. Okay, so now I will push all the elements to S1. Okay, so my 2 is here. So I have got 2 over here. So now I am done with this. This is done. So now I am left with NQ3. So I have to push NQ. So for that I have to follow the first step, which is push in S2. So push all the elements of S1 to S2. So I will be pushing S2 over here to the S2, and after that I have a step 2, which is push X in S2. Okay, so I will be pushing 3 over here. Now after that we have a step 3, push back in S2, S1. Okay, so we have a 3 comma 2, and this will be removed. Okay, so this is also done. Now I want DQ. So when I did DQ, I will also keep the answer. So my answer will be, since I have 2 at the last of the stack or the top of the stack, so I will be pushing 2, popping 2, right? Okay, so this is done also, and my S1 will contain only 3. Now I have to NQ 4. So first I will follow this step, push X in S1, S2. So 3 will be pushed here. So push in S1, S2 from S1 it is. Okay, so 3 will be pushed, and then we will come over to step 2, push X in S2, and after that we are pushing back in S1. So now we will push back in S1. So 4 comma 3 will be here, and this will be empty. Okay, so this is also done. All the 3 steps. Now I have to DQ. So when I come over here, I just have to pop from the S1. Okay, so I will just pop from the S1. So my answer will change to 2 comma 3, and my S2 will remain empty, and my S1 will remain 4. Okay, so this is the answer we have got, 2 comma 3, and here the same answer we are getting. So I think it is time to compile the code and check if we are getting the right answer. Okay, so here I am getting the right answer. Okay, so now I am going to submit the code. So here I am getting the correct answer. So now let us calculate the time complexity for NQ. Since we are pushing each element of S2 to S1 and then S1 to S2, it is going to take O(n) time, right? For example, there are n elements in S1, then we have to push n elements in S2 and then push back S2 to S1. So it will be of an order of 2n, right? So it will be an time complexity order of 2 into n. Okay, so which is nearly equal to O of n. Okay, so time complexity is order of n, right? So it is linear in time. And space complexity, if I talk about, since we are not using any extra space, we are given two stacks and we have to form a queue, but we are not forming some extra space, right? So the space complexity is going to be O1 for this. I am talking about only NQ. Now when I did DQ, for DQ I had only one. I am doing operation in one stack only, and it is the popping element. Popping takes a time complexity of O1. Popping takes a time complexity of O1, right? So it is O1, and since we are not using some extra space, so space complexity is also O of 1. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, so this is clear. So we have a space time complexity for NQ is order of n, and space complexity is order of 1. For DQ we have time complexity of order of 1 and space complexity of order of 1 also. Okay, so I think this is clear. So this is all from my side. If you have any doubts, please put it on the comment section, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. Thank you guys.